Am I
Aaron
saying
Judge.
these lines right?
Why are you worried about Aaron Judge?
Because he is in one heck of a slump right now. He is now, with his fourth strikeout playoff game, the most by any player in Major League history. So he...
Excuse me?
Okay. His fourth strikeout playoff game is the most by any player in MLB history. So he goes, there's nothing I can do. I got to play better. So he went from the second to the last game of the season, making history with that home run, to now being in one heck of a slump.
To be fair,
in the postseason,
he ended up getting that home run. It was his last game of the year because he sat.
Yeah.
But he wasn't firing on all cylinders heading into that game. It took him a little while. He was struggling a little bit. And now it's really carried itself into the playoffs. You have a guy that is certainly the team MVP.
Yep.
And there's a good chance he's the American League MVP. And he's struggling. 0 for 7, 0 for 8 in the ALDS with 7 strikeouts. And his career postseason strikeout percentage is 34.5. And 34.5% of his playoff at-bats, he's striking out. Just for reference there, the strikeout percentage leader this year in Major League Baseball was Patrick Wisdom at 34.3. Okay? So Aaron Judge, in his career, has a higher strikeout percentage than the guy that struck out a higher percentage of anybody this year. So not great, but a point I want to make there, I know we haven't really even gotten into the game today yet, but we're going to get into the game first. I have a point, though.
Go. Get into the game first.
Very well played baseball game. Giancarlo Stanton comes out early, hits a home run, 2-0. To be honest, with the Cleveland Guardians offense the way it is, home run in the first inning, 2-run homer in Yankee Stadium, you think game, series, like this is what we thought. But kudos to Shane Bieber for that was all he gave up. That was it. Done. Those 2 runs, done. He kept on pushing on. He ended up being great. They ended up scratching across a bunch of runs, ended up getting to 4. Some big hits there in the late innings. Ahmed Rosario, home run to give him the lead. Josh Naylor, crushed ball to center field to tack onto it. They end up scoring 4 runs, and they end up winning this ball game. And now you have the Yankees. The Guardians got the split at home or on the road. Yeah. That's all you need to do. The youngest team in the game of baseball has the Yankees sweating a little bit.
And you could hear, like, I know we talked about the energy at Yankee Stadium during a playoff game. That at bat you're talking about with Giancarlo Stanton, where he thought it was a ball. They ended up calling it a strike. Yeah. Next pitch, he gets the big home run, so it all worked out. But you could hear the booze just oozing through the TV, through the radio, however you were watching or listening. And to just know that the Guardians were able to come back from that, I thought that was it. After at that moment, I was like, oh, that's it. It's gonna take the wind out of their sails. They're done.
This young team isn't going to know how to respond to this.
No.
Yeah.
By the end of the game, Aaron Judge was getting booed after his last strikeout. They booed Aaron Judge. Like, that fan base is brutal. You could hear the boos as he was walking back to the dugout after his last strikeout.
This is the point that I am excited we got to. What are you doing, Yankees fans? Aaron Judge was booed after his 4th at bat, 0 for 4, 4 strikeouts, booed coming off the field. What are you doing? This guy is your MVP. He hit 62 home runs, broke your team's all-time record, broke the American League record, had a season for the ages. Okay? You shouldn't be booing this guy. I understand the whole, we're in the playoffs now, this is where games matter the most, and we hold our players accountable. What is booing your best player, what is that doing? Do you think he's going to go back in the dugout? The game of baseball is so mental. And I don't care if you are Aaron Judge, who blocked out all the haters and said, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get to 62 home runs. And he did it. It might have taken until game 161, but he got it done. I don't care if you're that guy. You get to the playoffs, pressure ratchets up a little bit. You start struggling. You press in your head. You start another game, you go 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, and the fans are booing you? Do you think Aaron Judge is sitting there saying, you know what? They're right. I should do better. No, he's putting more pressure on himself than anybody, and I don't care if you are Aaron Judge. Hearing that messes with you mentally. This is your guy. He had 62 home runs for you in the year. I was told by a million Yankees fans that the Yankees wouldn't be in the playoffs without Aaron Judge. He's the reason they're there. So what are you booing him for? It's disgusting. This tweet would be a real shame if the Yankees lost games 3 and 4, and the last thing Aaron Judge remembers heading into free agency is being booed at home. A real shame. Do you think they're helping themselves re-signing him?
No, that's all I was thinking about. I was like, you do realize he's not 100% a Yankee next season. Fans should be supporting your top player. That it was shocking. I was like, am I hearing this right? Oh, no, they are. They are really booing their best player, the potential MVP, and a player they're trying to re-sign next season. You don't kick someone when they're down. It's not going to help them get up faster.
It's going to help them get up slower.
Yeah.
The game of baseball is about thinking less. Mm-hmm. I've said this a million times throughout my career. If I was just more dumb, if
carefree.
I cared less.
Carefree.
A big part of my problem is that I cared too much. If I went 0 for 4, I took it home. I slept awful. Mm-hmm. I took it to the field the next day. It grinded my gears and it ate at me. It is a mental game. It is a chess match in your brain playing baseball. You go 0 for 4, that chess match is long going. It's going. You hear fans booing you. It's like, what? Screw you guys. I'm out of here. Like, I still believe Aaron Judge is signing with the Yankees next year, but let's say he doesn't. For this to be his lasting impression of Yankees fans, it's just sad. It's just sad. Mm-hmm. I struggle to get along the whole mindset of booing to begin with.
Yeah.
Booing your own players. But there is a degree in which, look, I understand. I wouldn't be that guy. But this one, I don't even understand it. I struggle with it. There's been moments where Giancarlo Stanton's in the midst of like a 1 for 28 stretch and he strikes out 4 times. And it's like, I understand that the crowd's going at him. He was an MVP. He comes over and he's struggling. Like, whatever it may be. This one I don't understand. One of the greatest offensive seasons of all time. You're where you are because of him, and you're booing him after 2 games. This is 2 games after he hit home run number 62. Mm-hmm. 2 games.
Yep.
8 at-bats after he broke the record. We're booing him?
Yeah.
I don't love it.
No, I don't either. Not a fan.
Great.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah, we agree. It's sad.
Emmanuel Clase comes in, dominates today. So shout out him before we move on. Yes, Guardians end up winning 4-2, but he comes in, gets an out in the 7th, gets 1 out in an inning, goes out, ends up getting like 7 outs in this game. Great performance from Emmanuel Clase, who is one of the best closers in baseball this year. Probably the best closer in the American League this year. So Guardians win. Cleveland, enjoy this.
Yeah.
They're coming home. Your young guys are coming home, and you're playing with house money, it almost feels like.
It's a big move to get a win in Yankee Stadium in the postseason.
Yep.
Be proud about that.
Yep.